Welcome to Biff's Alien Cyborg Lab, a place full of machinations and creatures. You'll see there's a giant conveyor belt that snakes all the way through the laboratory as the organic matter is changed. You might notice there's a pancake there. That has nothing to do with the scientific experiments. Biff's just a little crazy and all. It's totally fine. But you'll see, these robots are out of control. They're being sent to UFOs as requested by Biff himself. All that glitters is gold, but what else glitters is the factory. My gosh. Can you dig it? Hi everyone, Digga here, and welcome back to another fun session of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Whew, it's been a little while. We got a little bit of stuff to do. I say a little bit of while because I was doing some art streams last week. Let's check in on chat. How's everyone doing? Oh, I say hi, Redemption. Hi, Fantasy. Oh, hi. Thanks for the follow. It's good to see you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh. I'm ready for another fantastic day of doing some sort of crazy, cool designing stuff. I was checking on the status of the 5 last remaining things I need to design before I finally beat Paradise Planning, and I think I'm on, like, I unlocked the soundscapes and I unlocked the ability to do all of the furniture you own. Hey, Digaplus, you're watching Better Call Saul's for Adults. Oh, Drago, hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, no. Oh, Flick is here. Oh, yeah, also as a reminder, everyone, I do still have my Animal Crossing redemptions. I do have, of course, the furniture. If you want to have this on my shoulder for a few minutes, tell me what furniture you want, and I will put it on here. I also, of course, have everyone's favorite from last stream, Jingle Isabel. Free entertainment. But I also have a few more things. I tossed in a new little reward for all the artwork I've been doing lately. It's called March of the Takers, because I've been making taker emotes for people, and I've got a lot of them, and I figure I might as well be able to summon them on screen whenever you want if you have 800 shovel strikes. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, I think I'm in the final 5 houses of designing to finally almost maybe kind of get the party going. This has taken a very long time, but it's because every house ends up taking 40 minutes. Anyway, it's 5 p.m. or, you know, after 5 p.m. Let's enjoy... Yes, Frank, yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah! Besides enjoying the music, we do have the present from Rover last time, which I haven't checked yet. Let's do that immediately. Ignore the Mayday stuff. That's done. What do we get? Oh, I knew I was gonna forget the turnips. I knew it. Is it something new? It's not. Okay. So the first time you do Mayday, you get the briefcase. The second time you get the photo. The third time you get the briefcase again, which I guess isn't that bad. I mean, I could always use an extra briefcase. Ignore my weeds. Ignore my weeds. It's fine. I definitely played maybe once. Let's get that jackhammer fixed. What are we gonna do today? We're gonna do the same thing we do every time, chat. Try to finally beat Paradise Planning. My gosh. I mean, it's really fast to do if you don't want to put any effort into it, but man, I just dump all of my creative juices into that process and we end up with a big, crazy house. It's wonderful. We'll just get the dailies out of the way. Maybe start thinking about who we want to summon for today's amiibo card. I know I'm gonna get guilted as always, but I will talk to everyone. Haven't seen you, blah, 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 I know. I'll get the guilting out of the way so that when people come in later, they won't bother. You're AFK, it's no problem. It's really good to have you here. Welcome into the Digga stream. Thank you for stopping by. It's very nice of you. I'm being chastised by my villagers for not talking to them for the first time in like a week and a half. You gotta go through the process live on stream. You gotta embarrass yourself, you know. Well, if it isn't Dig Dog. Haven't seen you in a million years. You didn't stop by. It's been like 2 weeks. Ya dingus. Even Meringue. I do this every stream. You think my strategy should be I'll play before that? But I don't... I don't know. Maybe I should, yeah, they do get angry about that. Wow, do they just lay into you. okay, in the old games, they would get even more upset. Now they're kind of just like, oh, you haven't talked to me in a week? You know, whatever. Hi, Goose. Listen up. Also, this happens every stream, too. One of the villagers decides, you know what? While you're live on stream, I'm just going to go ahead and tell everyone that I want to leave. Oh, you bet, Fantasy. Yeah, you bet. I got to have that Godzilla and Mothra. I, of course, tell them to stay here because they're not leaving. I don't know if you've seen those items before or your history of Animal Crossing. I feel like we might have talked about it in the Cozy Grove at some point, but I'm blanking because I'm in a bajillion different places now. But I'll show you anyway. Yeah, so this is my island island of Shindig. It's kind of got the like 3 layers of puns, you know, shin for new, dig for dig, shindig, new digs. Shindig is a word. But check this out. You haven't played Animal Crossing Whole Lot? Okay, cool. Well, watch this. Maybe this will sell you on it. Check it out. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes. I try to have the best wordplay around, you know it. And this little this is the giant moth that's obviously Mothra. Also, there's multiple different colors of the Godzilla or the kaiju. Dig it, plus I'm sold. Where can I buy this? I don't know, Drago. You tell me. I can't make the joke again. Last stream, or was it the stream before that? I made the joke about how when was the last time you checked your island, Drago? Because the last time I saw you play Animal Crossing was when I visited your island in like 2020. Wait, why did I say it like that? 2021. 2020. Anyway, so yeah, it looks the same. Well, it's probably a lot more weeds though. We're just gonna ignore dailies and get the balloon, I guess. So the way I have Shindig constructed, Fantasy, is it's basically built like a circuit. This isn't normally how islands look. You start off with a very boring, blank, drab island. And I took its natural resources and I made it into like a nice sort of circuit you can go around in easily. I made everything accessible, everything nice and cool. We're just gonna wait for this balloon. It's totally cool. Nothing and a few trinkets on the ground. Oh, Drago. Think about your villagers. I mean, they can't leave. They're not allowed to leave, but they're there. Good, Clay. I'm glad I did that all for Clay. Fantastic. Good, cool. So basically, we're gonna do our dailies. This is very messy. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's clean up the campsite a little bit. Whoops. A little bit messy here. That's what happens when you don't play for a week. You start getting all the weeds. Yeah, the balloons drop a lot of cool random stuff, and sometimes you just get clay. But there's always a daily recipe to get. I said always twice, don't worry about it. This is from Wart Jr. Wildwood Wall. Do I not have that? Okay. Still getting new stuff 2 years later. I think there's still some stuff from last time I had to build too. This is a very basic, it's just wood. I didn't have that. Fantastic. Yes, I spent years perfecting the land, and what do I get for it? Bubkiss. Clay in the balloons. That's what I get. Oh, man. Let's see what Kurlos has today. Nothing? Well, I guess he can tell everyone how I didn't talk to him for a week. Oh, boy, it's been a while. Just want to let you know I'm the same person. The fame hasn't gone to my head yet. All right, cool. Bye, Kurlos. See ya. Oh, man. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. But it's fine. It's all good. Oh, boy. I haven't really even checked back here in a very long time either. Seems pretty well maintained. Just a single little weed right there. Now, the campsite, on the other hand, was a little bit of a mess. It's fine. As long as, a boomboid. As long as I don't end up, like, showing cockroaches on my stream where I go into my house and it's messy like that, I think I'm good. I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, now this, on the other hand, this, Chad, if you could just look away for 30 seconds, I can explain. You see, sometimes in life, you don't have time to play Animal Crossing, and unfortunately, it can become few and far between. And you see, oh gosh, you see, it's fine. The evidence is gone. Ignore that. Ignore the spoiled turnips. Ignore everything that just occurred. Ignore everything. The weeds are everywhere. Oh gosh. Oh geez. Well then, let's see. Who would have today's recipe then? I mean, Portia was already at the front, so she's not going to be home right now. Please leave a message after the beep. It's always kind of messy up here in my little Kidopie frog garden. There's always a lot of weeds. They end up back here somehow. I don't understand why they always clump together up here by the kimono stand, by the fancy looking book. It's like it wants me to try to grab one of these two items. I do this every stream, so this time, of course, I didn't, like a pro gamer. Also, fantasy, there's a volcano. Look at this volcano. Check this out. Yeah, there we go. Destruction. There's a lot of really cool new items. It's big. Oh, I have an emote for that. It's one of Hackerling's. You know, I keep getting gift subs to Hackerling's channel because I keep watching it there, and people just dump those like candy. Big. I really appreciate it though. Hackerling's pretty cool. I need to go back here and clean up as well. Ooh, hype rage. I do like the hype emotes. I'm very slowly getting some of those as time goes on. Oh? Have these always been back here? How long has there been weeds in the back? Uh-oh. How was I still getting perfect then? You think you have them all by now? Oh man, that's amazing. I really like the, I think my favorite is the squirrel one that looks like the Pikachu shocked. Oh yeah, I think you said that. Yeah, you don't get any more hype emotes because you, oh no, I have them all. What a horrible problem to have. Yeah, that's the one. I love that one. It's so cute. The little hype shock. Like, oh? I think the only one I have is the hype bunny, or I think it's hype evil. That's the one. Rumbloid, more fossils. I'm not very good at timing my hype train stuff. Thank you. That's the one. Yeah. Maybe Audie has the recipe. Because I tend to like, when I help people out, I do it like at the wrong time, and so then the hype train doesn't start, and then after I do it, there's a hype train. Like I just did. I mean, I did my best. Audie, please, you always see me. You don't have to tell me. I mean, I could just not talk to you, but then next stream you'll be like, I haven't seen you for 3 weeks, and that would be chaos. That would be that'd be a big mess. Oh gosh. Oh man. Maybe Bob has it. It's really not a big deal. It's just as part of the dailies, someone in your village has a DIY to give you, and someone has like a cooking recipe to give you. So here's Nate. He's probably gonna be like, oh, I got snacks on my bugs again. Were you on vacation? Here's all the stuff you say all of the time. Okay. No time to clean. It's gonna be like a wood clock or something. A boomerang. Yeah, I got that a very long time ago. That was like a day 3 thing I got, I think. I want to tell everybody about the boomerang. Always talking about that cookie grease too. It'd be great if a bunch of folks made a boomerang, wouldn't it? I don't know, would it? I mean, it's cool, but like, there's a lot of thought that goes into that. A lot of like craftsmanship. I don't think you can just make a boomerang as a novice. Fair. I don't think that's a thing you can do, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. If there's a way to easily make a boomerang without like being a whittling expert, maybe it's part of a survival guide. Like if you somehow need a boomerang to survive, here's a recipe. Here's a little lesson in trickery. Well, this is going down in history. Clean up here as well. I'm still trying to... I don't know why I say trying, because I've been trying to get the green mums for over like a 1.5 years now, and it's still not happening, so I kind of just gave up on it. You know, the spawn rates are kind of ridiculous for that, and the blue rose, I still can't even begin to wonder if I have the proper hybrids because there's no difference. But it's fine. It's all good. The main goal of today, of course, is to do another paradise planning house. And it's gonna be another good time. Fantastic. We're gonna get close to getting that party started. It's gonna happen eventually. This party has been planned for like 9 months. Oh yeah, Flick's here. What bug should we get today? Let me check my inventory, because I haven't really like... I haven't thought about getting a model in a very long time. Where are we? I think I got one of the beetles last time, one of the big beetles. I already, let's see, the giraffe stag. No, I don't have enough of those. Maybe the giant stag, I think I need to do that still. Blue weevil is actually pretty good, but I feel like I have that already. Let me double check. It's not gonna be down here, I think. I think it's in the regular furniture. No, it's down here, yeah. I do have the Rosalia Batesi beetle, but I haven't put in this one yet. I think I'll do the blue weevil beetle. It's blue. I got bamboozled. I thought I had 3, but apparently that was another Rosalia beetle. Well, I mean, I guess we can do ladybug. That's boring. Honeybee, sure. Let's get a honeybee going. Why not? All right. Oh no. Oh, I love that emote. It's so sad. Oh. Let's put these away. Shove the rest of this back into storage while we're at it. Not the bee, though. It's a really good emote. Remember me, Flick? Yes, 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 Flick. I've seen you many, many times. I am here to give you a bee. A honeybee, no less. My commissions are open. Well, I mean, commission a piece, please. Honeybee. And the noble honeybee. Yes, please. Let's go. So our contract is bound, human. Oh, the amount of times I've read this, and yet, for some reason today, I'm actually kind of reading it a little bit more. Don't know why. Okay. We're about done with dailies. I'm still not quite sure who we're going to be summoning today. Just for context, for anyone who doesn't know, I have a lot of amiibo cards. I have all of Season 1. Season 1? Series 1. It's not a season. I have some of 2, 3, and 4, and most of 5. So if there's anyone you're interested in, feel free to let me know. I probably have them, but I'll need their number. For even more context, if you need it, you can go to the Roost and summon a villager to talk to for a few minutes. Or as long as you want, I guess. You can keep them there if you want. It's a little rude. You call them out while they're in the middle of their day, and you talk to them for 40 minutes, and I don't think they'll want to see you again, but that might just be me. When my cable companies ask me if I want a TV package, I tell them, well, I already have this. Drago redeemed Jingle Isabel. Don't mind if I do. Woo! Entertainment. Yeah, who needs cable? Just Jingle the Sane Isabel plush toy. With the real bells, you'll see. Those are the kind of silly redeems you can only find on the Digga stream and or elsewhere. Someone probably does that too, but it's fine. It's all good. I see a balloon up there. Hold on a second. It's over by the theme park with the bulbous elephant and the cars. Okay, let me clean up my weeds before the balloon passes the bulbous elephant and hits my convertible. What kind of a sentence was that? Yeah, I have a bunch of lilies, Drago. You're gonna lurk? Oh, cool. Thanks, Fantasy. Take care. I'll see you later. If not, I'll probably see you later regardless. Enjoy your lurk. That's what I mean. Professional streamer. I really got to do something with this carnival. It's just kind of been here for months, but I do like the bulbous elephant. It's classic. You can't go wrong with the bulbous elephant. What we got here? Iron nuggets, boring. Ketchup on the flip side. If only I could muster the strength. Enjoy your lurk, fantasy. Flight of the bulbous boys. Don't mind if I do, Drago. Let's bring in the bulbous boys. Meow. For the first time in a long time, they can be in the center without blocking gameplay. It was funny during the Kirby minigame because they were just literally like blocking the way. Hi, Meringue, what do you need? You know how our secret greeting is very good to see you. I was wondering if we could come up with something better. That was the peak of my creativity. What's better than a sweetie rhinoceros with a strawberry horn based off of sweets saying, very good to see you? How do you beat that? How do you get better than that as a greeting? I've given you my utmost creativity day after day, Meringue, and you come up to me saying, very good to see you isn't top tier anymore? It's a peak greeting. Thank you, Drago. Thank you for the validation. I think that's a peak greeting. What we're using is fine. Does that make me that friend, though? Like, I'm not gonna be receptive to your ideas. Ugh. How rude. All right, well, we're going to go to the Roost. If anyone has any suggestions for amiibo cards, please let me know. If not, I will pick one. Because I'm gonna do it anyway. She'll come to understand by force. Yes, Drago. We made this happy little friendship greeting. Can we change it? No. We are friends. Forever. The greeting must take... Oh, Celeste is here. Sorry, I was in the middle of... well, ironically, as soon as I say the bulbous boys, I'm gonna block gameplay. Ta-da! Celeste is here. That's nice. A fellow Brewster coffee enjoyer. Good to see you. Would you happen to have a DIY? Because I'm still missing one of them. I forget which Zodiac it is. I know there's one that I missed. It's just bugging me. When's it gonna come up again? Ooh, man. That's a lot of words. It's a guide to finding constellations. I mean, I appreciate the knowledge. I might not always know what you're talking about. But coffee's relatable to many people, like talking about the weather. Did you get your morning cup of coffee yet? Yeah, did you see it's sunny outside? Ugh. I do like the lore, though. I like how these characters that come back do reference the older games, but it's all kind of stuck in the Roost. You have to have them show up randomly or summon their amiibo card to get the sort of stuff that you would think that would show up during the main game. It doesn't... I don't know. I didn't have a train of thought there. I'm just pointing it out again. Your stars are beautiful. Celeste, you're inside of a building. There are no stars here. That is the ceiling and the lights. Maybe one more piece of dialogue? Always dependably smooth and perfectly roasted. Okay, let's get some coffee. And I will peek into the amiibo card binder and I guess choose someone. Ugh. What we got here? Da-dun! Let's see. Who haven't we summoned yet that would be interesting? We did Chip, I think. Jack? Maybe. There is Scoot. We did talk about Scoot last time. I do have Kid Cat. I should press the right button. Leaf, not super exciting, but could be cool. Get some new dialogue. Da-da-da-da-dun. I can't tell if you can hear, like, the flipping sound of the card notebook. Now you definitely can. Cool. Tommy? We could do Tommy, because I think Tommy brings Timmy as well. I don't think... Let's get the music continuing. Delicious. There is CJ. I did CJ at some point. I don't remember. We did Zipper. Live on stream. Let's get Tommy in here. It's a little boring. Like the safe pick. Ooh, you're choosing one of the... Who are you gonna summon today? A really cool, fancy, rare, never before seen character? One of the Nooklings. Daring today, aren't we? I think there was a Nook Miles I forgot to redeem as well. There was, I think it was for finishing something. Apparently not, never mind. Ignore me, chat. We're gonna summon the Nooklings. And it's gonna be wonderful. A Nookling? You madman, you wouldn't dare. What are you gonna do next? Summon Isabel? KK? Tommy. This is the amiibo for Tommy. Are you sure you'd like to contact Tommy? Yes, because I'm creatively bankrupt. That's so mean. It's strangely mean. I don't mean it to be mean, though. I don't know. Oh, Ophelia, hi! Welcome. We're just chilling today. We just finished our dailies, and we're talking to Timmy and Tommy. We're gonna see what new dialogue they have, because I haven't, I don't think I've summoned them yet. Speaking of summon, we gotta send out the Bulbous boys. They gotta fly away for now. Swoosh. Yes, Drago, you can indeed. As long as you have their amiibo card, you can summon them. It's fantastic. So we're gonna see what they have to say. Because I think if you summon Timmy or Tommy, you get the same dialogue, because they both come along. I don't know. I'm tagging along too, that's... Okay. Do I need your card to get better dialogue then? Sorry. Today sounds really rude, but I'm not, though. It's very comfy, Ophelia. Super duper, hyper, fantastic. So cozy. The music is great. It's nice to have Brewster back. It's nice to be able to summon amiibo cards. And though they are locked behind you having to buy them, it's still... Overall, it does add a lot because there's a lot missing from the 3DS game that still hasn't come in, but... we gotta take what we got, you know? That's cute. It's nice you can take pictures with them, you can sit next to them, you can go first person, that's the plus button, you can go first person, it's the minus button. Okay, so I now just have a picture of me just standing like they're trying to enjoy their coffee. They came here. You know, it's been a long day. They worked a 9 to 5. Or technically, they work until it closes. So that's like 8 to 11 or something, depending on the upgrade. They come here for a nice cup of coffee to chill out and relax. And then I'm just standing here like... Freaking... That picture is ridiculous. Anyway. Also, Celeste is here. Yeah, I'm not too clear on how that works in this universe, Ophelia, but I assume that it's kind of more like running a like running your school store, like in middle school or something. Because, you know, they're not paid with real money, they're paid with like, I guess bells are the currency, but they're, you know, like you can sell them bugs and they'll give you money. I don't know. I don't understand, but I'm enjoying whatever they're saying right now about how casual it is and how the vibes are immaculate to get the creative juices flowing, which we'll need to build a house today. To get closer and closer to having that party on Paradise Planning. They don't... Okay, so first of all, I understood going in that summoning them would not be extremely exciting, but this dialogue isn't... It's not like... Is it rude to say it? Wow, Dig is just dumping on Animal Crossing today. No, I'm sorry. I should let them speak. How dare you? I know. I'll say it ahead of time. Wow, it's so relaxing here. It's nice to get away. Boy, Tom Nook is cool. Oh, anyway. They're just having a good time, and I'm over here, like, doing the stare. goofing all over the place, making funny ha-has everywhere, causing a ruckus. They never get tired. That's a little concerning. Museum and a cafe. Now see, that's nice. I don't like the way you talk. Now see, they're actually gonna do something nice today. They're gonna get coffee to go for Nook and Isabel, which is pretty nice. Aw, that's cute. It takes them along. You should get takeout, so it's a nice change of pace to relax in the cafe. Only takeout? Uh-huh. Okay, I think that's all the dialogue we can get from them. So again, not like earth-shattering, but it's cute. It's cute. Yeah, it's cute. All right, let's get going. Let's go to Paradise Planning. Let's make a house. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of today. Can villager be invited? The villagers can. Why did I say villager? Actually, it's funny because if you go to summon villager, I think it tells you that he can't show up or something. Let's try that. Why not? But I know you meant villagers, like regular villagers. The answer is yes. Any villager that has an amiibo card, which is everyone, can be invited. But I think you can do this once a day. I think? No? Okay, let me get villager really quick just to show you what happens. I don't know why I'm hiding. I literally just have to reach to my right and find the villager amiibo. But it's like... Oh, there's so many amiibo. There's so many. Which drawer is it in? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, where the heck is villager? I have like... Okay, so I have the original villager. Don't fall... Kyubi? Kyubi Daijoubu. Those are the Monster Hunter Stories amiibo. Villager? I have two of you. Indiana Jones storage, exactly. You know how my bins are, Drago. I have the really nice like pull-out bins that are super classy and have like a smoky texture to them so that all my amiibo can be next to me and ready at all times. Though, ironically, I don't immediately see Villager. I see him, okay. I found him, he's behind Peach. So, I have the first Villager. Let me grab it real quick. I have the first Villager, but I also have when they did the reprint Villager, when they fixed it at Toys R Us. Like, remember they reprinted Villager, but they fixed the eyes, but both of the figures actually kind of look good in their own way. Let me show you what happens really quick. Please ready the amiibo. Villager. It looks like you're trying to connect with the villager. I'm afraid you can't invite them to the Roost. They're a little busy right now. They're too... What, are you too good for me? Can you believe this? The sheer audacity. Sometimes, you know, when people get a little too famous, they're just like, I don't... I'm in Smash Brothers. I don't have time for you. I'm inviting myself. I know that's the funny thing. Technically, you know, it's like it's supposed to be you, but the villager from Smash isn't you. It's like villager because it's the default villagers. I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny to show that off since we're on the tangent. Let's go to Paradise Planning. Let's make a house today. What are we gonna do? Who are we gonna help out? Are we gonna get closer to finally getting that party we've been working toward for months? So maybe one day I'll finally beat the story mode of Paradise Planning. Potentially, hypothetically. Could such a thing even happen? As seen. All you know is that I'll get my interior designer license. Yeah, that's mainly what I'm doing this for, besides obviously beating the story. And to have fun with everyone. Is because once you beat it, you have the ability to remake your villagers' houses in your island. You can customize them to your heart's content, and then I'm gonna go even crazier. I'm gonna make all sorts of crazy awesome designs. If I just keep saying crazy, it's gonna happen. Let's hydrate. Since we're flying. Might as well. All right. What are we gonna do today? Bunny? It's been a while. Who do we have here? Dottie. Dottie, a few other people I don't recognize. I'm gonna start off by, of course, going right to the front desk so I can get working, so I can see the kind of ideas I want to work with today, because as a reminder, I have access to all of my furniture now, all of it. So I'm no longer super duper hyper limited. Hi, Lottie. How's it going? What do we have here today? I think I have all this. Tiny? Baby bed? That is the poshest looking baby bed I've ever seen. Like, I know that's supposed to be just like a crib, like that the part down there goes up, but that looks like a legitimate little like log cabin sort of bed deal there. Very fancy. Baby Digiplis, Dragoplis. Baby about to fall out, Ophelia. You're not wrong. You better put that up first. Let's get to work. Let me put my cute little party hat on. Who is he? This right here, Ophelia. This is Wardle. Wardle is one of the best characters. Look at him. Just the instant you see him, smitten. That's right. Don't you want to help Wardle? Don't you want to be friends with Wardle, Ophelia? Don't you want to buy Happy Home Paradise? A party hat? Do you mock my home? Chaco, please. I hold him gently. He's very precious. Very precious indeed. Shake, shake, shake. Anyway, let's see what people are doing today. What do we want to make? We have a place to gather friends for fancy parties. A home built like a stage. A sea of green, flowers. Not... The flowers are kind of overdone here. My home should match my burning drive. I'm heating up. I think this is the one where people make like a flaming volcano and stuff. That's kind of cool. Warm, cozy baskets. Yeah, just mess my house up. Just toast it to the ground. I want to sip coffee and admire retro appliances. Radio Shack? Is that you? Let's get today's recipe. Ophelia, have you played New Horizons? Because this making houses is really fun. This is the DLC. What do we get today? And of course, Wardle. How could you say no to Wardle? Sparkle on, Peggy. A golden urn? Oh, I have that one. Okay. Let's check, let me check my different places I've made and see if anyone's more willing. You played every day for months and missed one day and haven't picked it up. That's totally fair. However, look at the stuff you can make. Check this out. Welcome to Cafe Tropicool. It's not a cafe, it's a restaurant. Welcome to Tropicool. Hosted by Pee-wee. You come in, he calls you a little bitty baby. Like, again, not my smartest choice for a head host. Home Designer was a lot of fun. I think that Paradise kind of bumps it up a bit. It's been really fun. I like it a lot. But, I mean, you come in here and figure out what you want. I can bring you a menu if you want, you little bitty baby. Here's the kids' menu in crayons. Sir, I'm 84. Crayons. Oh, let's see. A Japanese garden, that's a cool prompt. An inn with a hot spring is pretty cool. Do you mock me? Welcome to the mocking stream. A mockingbird, get it? I'll see myself out. What's today's food recipe, Chef Apple? Oh man. What you got? Yeah, I put that lucky cat in, Drago. I made it look really nice and sparkly and shiny. I wanted it to be like a more modern kitchen. You know, I wanted it to have little flares. Don't mind the microwave. You can kind of see it having a little bit of trouble back there. It's totally normal. Happens all the time. Don't worry about the electrical surges. Yes, Drago, I made all of this. Peach smoothie, all that for... Okay, well. This restaurant, I made both rooms. I made all of it. I'm surprised you haven't seen it, Drago. I show it like every stream. Am I standing? Am I? I can't tell. I'm using tilt controls. Oh man. There we go. So yeah, I built this entire kitchen from scratch with all sorts of little touches, little stinky fish. Oh, you never saw the kitchen? Really? I'm surprised because I've shown this every stream. It's fine. Look at the fish. It's all wet and sticky. Oh. Yeah, so the fun thing, this is the kind of stuff you can do, Ophelia. You can create... Your heart and your designs are limited only to the items they give you, and once you finally get to like 25 homes, you unlock the ability to use every single piece of furniture you own, and then you can make all sorts of crazy stuff. This is what I made of just the default. This is all default that was given to me for making the kitchen. Don't worry about the blue screen. It's been broken for months. A year even. Actually, when did the DLC come out? 2021 sometime? I don't remember. I'm gonna pretend I know. And knowing is half the battle. So yeah, the entirety of Tropicool, built from the ground up. This entire design is not in anyone else's game. You also can't see anything. Thank you, partitions. I always love when you block my view. This whole place, I have custom built myself. The one design flaw, of course, I've shown on every stream. I can't talk to the people sitting in the corners. They don't want to be disturbed. I can't reach them. They may have a cool house prompt that I could make. But alas, they must enjoy their sushi. And that's all. That's it. And there's even a little waiting room here. A bat collection? Okay. Now, I know this means sports, but it would be funny if this was different types of bat memorabilia. That'd be an interesting prompt. So we got to check out the cafe next to see if there's any other cool prompts. So far, I don't know, chat. What are you thinking? I'm thinking we might try the volcano one, the fire one, but it might not be as interesting as it sounds. As we've seen time and time again of these prompts, sometimes it's the more like boring ones that give you more creativity. Surprise me. I always do, Drago. You never quite expect it. I think Ophelia's gonna really love this room. This is Conch Cove, the coolest cafe under the sea you've ever seen. And someone's actually working the shave ice machine again. Fantastic. Again, I made this. That's your house, yes. Feel free to live here, Ophelia. It's all yours. And look, as I just said, someone is finally running the shave ice machine twice in a row for the streams. Sometimes the villagers just sit wherever they want, but it looks like we have a bartender today. Oh, man. I want a UFO to come build me a bigger buffer bod. Okay. Okay, tempting. We could make like a... I don't know what he means by that, though. Does he mean he wants like a boring gym with an alien out front? Or does he mean he wants like a ruined cityscape covered by UFOs? Let's see what Bones wants. Bones, you okay? Just standing back here? Sports, boring. Sorry, that's rude. I'm not very good at designing sports stuff. Maybe Apollo is something neat. I like to go off the beaten path to spots no one's seen. Ooh, this is a gamble. Okay. This could either be really interesting or extremely boring. Off the beaten path to spots no one's seen. This could be like a secret thicket that goes into the forest. Or it could be he just wants to go, like, look at the beach from a cliff. Which is not boring, but, like, that prompt could be anything. Oh, man, what do you think, chat? What do you think it's so far? I know we have a surprise me already, but I'm thinking maybe we try for the path one or the volcano one. Let's do another quick little look. I think, can you go to the other facilities and there's people there that need stuff? Like, if I go to the hospital, which I also built, are there people in there that want house designs as well? Or is it just like, it's only limited to the restaurants and whatnot? Well, Joan's here again. Tank's in trouble. This is the sci-fi hospital. It makes total sense. Don't worry about it. I guess we'll get the turnips from Joan today. That I'll forget about again. Monday checkup. Got a few more turnips. Here you go. I noticed you have 30 turnips already expired in your inventory, but I'll give you 30 more. Hoping it's not the same one. Maybe you got them from the grocery store. It's fine. Welcome to the Dig It Clinic where we harvest your... No, Drago. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. Like, there's nothing wrong about the clinic. There's nothing wrong about light speed recovery. We're about making you feel better fast. Through whatever means necessary, of course. Hi, Dr. Dell. What's the status today? Some folks don't know just how lucky they got to hear the light speed recovery. I don't know, Dell. What do you say to this? No, it's totally fine, Drago. Everything's cool. Dr. Dell is a licensed doctor. He does make you look at his photo while he works. He's one of the best people on the island, really. It's just, a little unorthodox. A lot of the funding went toward very peculiar devices. It's totally cool. Don't worry about it. I can guarantee that every patient that comes out is all right. Mostly. So it looks like... You doubting me, Drago? That's totally cool. Think. I don't know what I'm feeling today. I don't know which one of these prompts sounds really good. Stage, parties, dancing, flowers, burning dry. I kind of like the heat, but I feel like that's not gonna be super interesting. Let's do the UFO one. Retro appliances is kind of cool though. I'm very curious to see what this UFO definition means, because I've used the UFO already in something, but now that I have everything else unlocked, there's a plethora of goodies. Why are you stuck in the back now? Excuse me, Bo. Pardon me. I noticed I can't actually, like... Okay, here we go. I want a UFO to come build me a bigger buffer bod. Okay, so there's gonna be a UFO no matter what, but I don't know where this prompt is gonna lead me. As usual with improv, we will see what Biff wants. All right. Do I ever? I got some ideas for you. You might not know what you want, but you got a shirt that has gold on it, so that's totally cool. That's totally fine. Like a Prince back there just staring, judging. Why is Prince always right behind the villager while I'm trying to talk to them? Look at that stare. He's just always like... Why is he always staring right at me as I'm trying to get information from the person I'm helping? All right, Biff, you say that you want something cool with a UFO that'll help you bodybuild. What sort of interesting, super exciting planning do you have for me today? Alien Cyborg Lab. Ooh, I kind of already did that, actually. I mean, I can work with this. I literally just showed everyone that I did a sci-fi hospital, and now you're just telling me, okay, all right, it's fine. Yeah, go live in the hospital. Let me take a screenshot of the lightspeed recovery and just remake that room. I mean, technically, with enough money, you can unlock more rooms for more doctors that have different themings. Where do we want to put this? An Alien Cyborg Lab. We could kind of have it like hidden in the ice, I guess. I mean, the season doesn't really change too much. This is where I was gonna put Static's house, his little Fortress of Solitude. I didn't plan that far ahead, so he's kind of just living on this basic place. I guess we'll go with the far back over here. I'm sure I definitely won't have to do a winter prompt that needs that exact same spot. Definitely not. All right, now this time we're sticking with one floor. I did do a two-home, my first ever two-home last stream, where I made that really blinding, obnoxious gold house. And it was totally worth it for the mansion, but like, that house took almost 2 hours to make. That was ridiculous, and I loved it. Okay, let's make a cyborg house, I guess. It's definitely not going to be what I already did. I can improvise. I'm pumped, Squirt. Biff, why do you want a cyborg house? You're just like a basic jock. Alien Cyborg Lab. Okay. Not even exciting enough to have the UFO in the house. I mean... I guess I should honor his request. I guess. We'll keep it outside. Alright. We'll cross the bridge when we come to it. We're gonna start off... why did I close that? He just wants to fit in with me. Oh no. I've become that streamer. Oh no. I'm the one that says like, oh, funny observation, ha ha ha. And then someone in the audience is like, a single tear. He's being so mean to me. Like, no. That's not true. I'm not a mean person. I just say silly stuff because I have to talk for like hours on end. It's inevitable that you say something that might be misconstrued, but I only mean kindness from my heart. I promise. Where's Ruzo Flea? I need it. That's fine. How do we make a cyborg lab? What's cyborg lab looking? Kind of just like a basic entrance? I don't know. I wish they gave you more designs. I guess if you had a cyborg lab, you want it to be less recognizable. If maybe there was a busted down door. I haven't really used this one yet. Like Dexter's house. DD, get out of my laboratory. What color was Dexter's house? Wasn't it pink? Why am I blanking? Every Saturday I see the tweet for, Saturdays are made for dads. And dad's car. You think I'd remember the color of the house. I think it was just white, wasn't it? Say hi, Redemption. Oh, hi, MK. Welcome. I am making a super duper fancy alien cyborg lab, apparently. Also, do you remember the color of Dexter's house from Dexter's laboratory? Off the top of your head, because I'm forgetting. I think it was pink, wasn't it? Yeah, and Dad's car. I love the Saturday and Sunday memes. Those are always fun to see them retweeted and stuff. I'll leave it basic for now. Maybe a little hint of cyborgicity. The horseshoe. How about a welcome? Yeah, let's do like a funny little spider. A cyborg spider. Oh, okay. New plan. Well, I was gonna say something, but we have a dormant Jowls from Drago because it's apparently been an hour already. It's time to take a break. New plan from Drago. A cyborg break is in order. You really want me to leave it on this screen with it making like the UFO sound for 5 minutes? I will do that, sure. All right, I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned, everyone. Enjoy the cyborg lab that's eventually coming. I'll tell you my plan when I get back, I guess, because I was gonna tell you, but alas. Stay tuned. All right, I am back. Let's go ahead and bury dormant gels back in the ground until the next break. Kerplunk! I hope you enjoyed that spinning noise for the last few minutes. Woo. Okay. So what I was going to say, let me send off this redemption as well. I got to do it on my rewards queue so I don't forget. What I was going to say before we took the break was that my idea is, instead of doing just like a, oh, this is a cyborg lab, here's some tanks and stuff, boring, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna make this like a neon colored thing. I'm gonna make this like, how do you describe it? Seeing the spider door plates alternate color has made me think that maybe I want this to be like a synthwave cyborg lab. Does that even make sense? I don't know what to do about that, but I'm gonna go with it. It's gonna be like a neon sort of like, maybe less scary and more commercial. Like, this is a club you can go into, except instead of a club, there is aliens. I don't know. We're gonna make it big first of all. Right off the bat, we're gonna shrink it. Never mind. Yep, perfect. House done. You literally go inside. It's just this. What did you think was gonna happen? We're just starting. We don't have any funding. We need money to make the Alien Cyborg Lab look cool. I love that that's an option because it's just like, yeah, here's your room. Done. How much time did you spend on that? I paid a lot of money for this room. Done. Anyway, let's look at the Rex first. Can imagine the person speedrunning the story. Yeah, they're probably the target audience for the 4x4. Not me, though. I will spend an hour designing every room to be cool. Okay, conveyor belt is new. Can we play with this? Can we put an item on the conveyor belt and have it fall off? Definitely not. I'm assuming you probably can't put stuff on top of it. That would... It wouldn't really make sense. But Animal Crossing is weird sometimes, so I'll give it a shot. Turn this frying pan into a drying pan. Oh! Okay. Alright. Doesn't make sense based off of physics, but I can work with this. So my plan is to have this be like a neon colored funky place, because otherwise it's just gonna look like the Lightspeed Recovery. What are some good funky neon colors? I think we're gonna shift it up a bit. And then when the lights go off and we make them sort of like give it like a greenish bluish hue, I think it's gonna look really cool. But again, I do need a little bit more, how do I cyborg lab this without just copy and pasting what I already did from the Lightspeed Rescue? I'll use different items. Okay, how do I want to work with this? Alien Cyborg Lab. Well, I mean, there's always the robot hero, but again, that's kind of cheating. Oh, I know, I'll do the tin robot. Okay. Better idea. We're gonna have, like... Chat, what do you think about a conveyor belt that goes all the way through this room? What do you think about, like, robots that go into other machines? That go into more machines that go down into the assembly line that goes out the door? Doesn't that sound fun? Like, imagine. Well, okay, I'm gonna have to, like, move this, I think. And then have them face the right way, but... You get the idea, right? Is it interesting? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I think what we need here, the final piece of the puzzle, is that this is gonna be, like, a room that takes life forms and turns them into robots that then go into other machines, and they, like, keep evolving. Oh, this is really cool. If I can pull this off, this is gonna be fantastic. Otherwise, it's gonna look really, really boring. How do I do this? First of all, I can put something inside of the machine, as you saw at the Lightspeed Rescue, recovery, sorry. I keep saying rescue. I'm thinking like Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. I had a skeleton in there, but I could probably put another, what's a good, like, organic life form we can put inside pancakes? Yes, perfect, we're done. The room is finished, we don't need it anymore. Let's face this the right way. So now what I need to do is concoct more machines to give me a really cool feeling of going through an assembly line. Because this is a cyborg lab. And what's more cyborg? Oh, maybe one of these. Maybe some glowy statues when the lights go off. Yeah. Maybe I could finally use the tremendous statue I haven't used this whole time as part of the process. Like, I mean, I could have this, it doesn't really funnel. I could have it up here, not the robot, and have it go in, I guess. Now, the problem is it doesn't connect, though. This looks like the back assembly, it doesn't connect. It looks like it would just be like a conveyor belt for elves for Christmas. I want it to connect. It needs to have like a dumping point that then pops up something here to continue to the next machine. Let's keep brainstorming. The brake tapper. I mean, it does make the beeps and the boops. Yeah, let's repurpose that. I think what I need to do actually is move these over so that it can connect like here. Yeah, okay. This is looking good. This is looking good. Okay. So now we have the illusion of, why does it not go onto the conveyor belt? Now we have the illusion of something's happening and there's beeps. Bup. Cool. So my goal for this room is to use a bunch of different items in weird ways to make it kind of look cool as long as the camera doesn't show it from the other side. But it does like doing that, so I'll try to be careful. What can I reuse here? I'm gonna just start tossing stuff and see what looks good. Spooky. I do like the Bunny Day tree. I have never really found a use for it. The stones, kind of not super exciting. Altar, I've used it like 5 times. I think I'm altered out. Rocks are not machine-like. I guess maybe a kimono stand from the back could maybe be a texture. No, this looks like a kimono though. What if I used like, what's a good, I mean, I already used like a zap pattern. I used these ones in the light speed recovery already. Here's space. Space is kind of boring, but whoa, that doesn't really track with anything, but I'll put it down here. I need like an exit point. I need to make this look interesting without relying on the weird machinery. I want it to, it's got to have some really fun alternate simple well. Ooh, that could be the dumping point. It needs to take this kind of stuff and make it different, like the winnowing machine. This could be part of the process. I do actually use it in my basement as a like a ticket dispenser, since my basement is a an arcade. Or did I use something else? I don't remember. Oh, a tank? Tank and tank. Nice. I did not know this was an item. This will be very helpful. You can even put a sum on it. Look at this. Look at the patterns on there. That's cute. Okay. This might actually be better because I can move this down then. Or is that too big? Where did the pancakes go in this situation? I haven't even thought about the walls or the floor yet. But we'll get there. Tank's good. Fire pit. That's just a basic item. I don't know if I could reconstitute that as anything. The cauldron I've used before or something else. Technically, I guess I could use the back of like the dartboard. We're just gonna make a whole row of fake machinery here. It's gonna look weird from one side, but from the front, it's gonna look like official business. Volleyball net. That's not very exciting, is it? Okay, what else can we do here? We can add in, let's see. I could maybe finally use the iron frame for something? Is that gonna work? I don't know. This is the part where we brainstorm. A truck? Buh. Boring. I laugh at you, truck. Though the solar panel, technically it doesn't make sense to have it inside, but it does look good if I use it as sort of an awning. Because the whole point of this place is it's an entire interconnected set of conveyor belts. I'm gonna have to change all these colors eventually, but here's my goal. I want it to go into machines that keep going around the entirety of the locale, that feed into other machines. I guess maybe we can have like this in the center. I don't have a concrete plan yet. But what I do know is this is gonna look fantastic. Yeah, let's go. This part doesn't make sense. I'm trying to find a place for this wall. It's not gonna fit, I think. Should we have just like a bunch of astronaut suits on the assembly line making sure that the cyborgs are made? This is some like Tatsunoko stuff. This is like 70s anime where everything was like, oh, this man has become a cyborg. His name is Neo-Human Kashan. This is Hurricane Palomar. But these are the bad guys who made him into a cyborg. Oh no. They're part of the organization Badman. The dead mans. The bad boys. The bad boy squad. The smoker's kind of overdone as well, but maybe? Again, this is stuff I already used, but I feel like if it's here, I can get away with it, and you won't tell anyone, right, chat? I mean, if you do, that's totally cool, but, like, kind of rude. Is there a curving piece I can use here? Can I duplicate this and have it go downward? Probably not. The limitations of Animal Crossing. Oh, no. Not a soul. Not even Biff will know, and he's watching. Yeah, Biff is looking at the wall right now. Biff doesn't know what's happening. Biff doesn't know what's going on. Let's not pretend that Biff understands the true nature of my machinations. Let's hydrate. My machinations lie dormant for centuries. Snack machine. That's another one that looks good from the back. I just need like a bunch of filler. I need items that look interesting from the backside. That could also look good from the front if needed. I guess these are all kind of boring, but... I wanted to stick with the neon aesthetic, but I'm still brainstorming right now. We're gonna make this work. The changing room, maybe I can flip that backwards. You know, actually the frozen drink machine from the back might show the colors through it. Why am I rotating the well? Why am I rotating the conveyor belt part? Ooh. Actually, this could be really good. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, but that's the checkerboard pattern. Man. Could work. If we keep it neon, maybe... Where's the end goal here? Do we want to have, like, the dump be here? Is this where the robots get dumped out to? The cyborgs? And then this front part is to, like, kind of distract you from what's going on? Let's see here. We do have the poster stand. That could be useful. That's too small. I was gonna say that could be useful for showing off, like, lab stuff, I guess. EKG machine? It's not really... I mean, it's there, I guess. I don't really have any comment for that. I need more machinery. Give me machines. I think I've run out, though. That's the problem. I'm going into the foliage. Maybe the bathroom vanity? I mean, it's a wall, but, like... Why not just do a partition at that point? We could do the barrel bathtub. That could be part of the cooking process. It does add the flame effect. What do we do here for that, though? I feel like I need something. Space heater. Something to tie this all together. How big was the stove's not that big. It's kind of just like, there's a teapot there. That's not cyborgy. I guess the space heater, because it looks cool when it's dark. Ooh, actually, that gives me like robot vibes. That's not very descriptive. From Invisible. From Invincible. Look at it popping up there. Okay, more devices, please. How do I make this? Oh yeah, the stage stuff. This could be useful. I could use the effects rack and like the amp and the bubble machine, the confetti blower. Kind of looks like a cannon. Copy machine's very scary. Servers, I mean, it's kind of overdone, but I might have a server or two just for the sake of it. Lights. Let's not forget all the wall stuff we have to do as well. I think I should be able to pull that off pretty nicely. Archway, jail bars? No. What would be good for an Alien Cyborg Lab? Just a hospital screen? Nothing to see here. Why do I hear bubbling and smell burning? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but I can see over it. Don't worry about it. A baby bed? Oh no. Where would that even go? Shelving? No. This is clothes racks. Boring. Need more excitement. A rocket. What's more exciting in the Cyborg Lab than a throwback rocket? This is looking very cluttered. I need a better clearer path here that involves some much more stuff that looks cool from the back. And I don't want to just use the basic stuff I've already used. I mean, it's not basic, but I've already used it. And I want to use new things, but there's only so many items you get, even after getting all of my stuff here. I already used examination room desk. Alien Cyborg Lab. What's a good vibe for that? What do I want to do here? It's so standard, though. I already used it. It's, well, whatever, maybe. Maybe I can reconstitute it, even though I've used it like 3 times in every single one of these other house designs I've done. Could put a bench. Benches are scary. Just a nice little place to chill out front. All the robots are being made. That's a good point, actually. While I'm working on this, I need an idea for connectivity from the back, which I think will still be this. Yeah, that's the problem too, Drago. Again, with some of these prompts, it's like, here's hyper-specific, or repurpose tech. Go full sci-fi, whatever you want to do. Let's make this green. I think the tank might be better down here. Because, darn it, because I want this to flow from somewhere, from a starting point. But I kind of want this to not be the center. Is that pancakes inside the tank? Yes, that's my filler item. I could not decide on what I wanted to put in there to represent making the cyborg, and why not pancakes? There you go. It's already been written. I guess the Christmas stuff does kind of stand out a bit, though. Everyone loves pancakes. Why not make pancake cyborg robots? Exactly. Why not? This tank is a big commitment, though. This is a lot of space being taken up. I think it needs to be either in the back here or in the front. No, it's blocking if it's over here. It's got to be in the back. That's the problem. I like the little casual beepy boop sound of the arcade as it's doing its thing. What do we want to do here? Pancake? I think I could have the button here. How do you even get to this area? What's the lore here? How do you begin the conveyor belt process? Ooh, actually, if I have it back there, it kind of works. If I move it here, maybe the button could be like the catalyst that sends it down this path, and then I could have like the machine here that feeds in. Ooh. Again, the problem is the tank, but I mean, we can figure that out. It's kind of in the way. It's a little annoying. It also doesn't make sense because now this upper area is a closed circuit. What I was trying to do was capture like the specimen coming from the teleporter or whatever the storage device for the pancake is here, have it feeding up into here to go around to loop, to go into the tank to go down this way, but now it looks like a closed circuit. Maybe I'm fine just having it like this? And maybe I can move this down and then toss in another... Well, it's not gonna fit is the problem. It does fit. Never mind. You know, that's also cool. That works just fine. I'm gonna have to replace all the conveyor belts if I don't like how this looks, though. These might be filler. We might not need any of these items, but I think I'll keep some random stuff strewn about. I mean, I might have needed that, actually. It's fine. I think what I want to do... Does this make sense? Because it looks like it's connecting to the wall when it should be connecting upward. I don't think that makes sense. Does anyone care? Probably not. But I'll know. I'll always know. Maybe that'll be where the server goes. But I want it to be low enough that you can see the robots being made. So maybe, what's a good feed through? This kind of just looks like grain, but you know, it's not the worst. It doesn't make sense, but like, it looks like it flows to the left, kind of? This is kind of sad. I have an idea. Here's what I'm gonna do. I need that back again. I need the informative statue in the gray color, the actual color it's supposed to be in. Which I think is down in the arts. Down in the statues, yeah. I think if I keep the regular informative statue, could I feed this in? Does that make sense? No. I mean, I'll put it somewhere. I guess what I could do is... No, it doesn't work. What is my plan here? I have an idea. Another idea. That's too big. Do I just suck it up and have this facing the wall? Is that my life? Is this what I'm gonna do? Just settle? Am I a settler? Probably. I mean, I'll keep it for now. And maybe I'll move this down to have the server up top. Because that looks a little more, machine feeder-innery. That's great grammar. It goes into the wall and into the basement. Ooh, that's good lore, Drago. Nice. Fantastic lore. This tank probably has to go, though. It has to go in, like, the bottom right somewhere. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the silly space stuff. Move these up. I think this tank is gonna become, like, a bottom dweller. Or maybe a front surrounder? Yeah. I mean, it does block the view, but at the same time, that's kind of what you expect from a factory, right? Like, when you come in through the ground floor, you don't expect there to be, like, a very clear path to get somewhere. You're, like, buried around by tanks and pipes and troughs? Ugh. Let's put another feeding machine here. Now, how do I get this out? I think to tie this together, I'll need another conveyor belt, or whatever this is called. I don't remember. The inspection equipment, but I'll face it the other way and I'll change the colors. Because I think what I want to do is just have this going out. Yeah, there we go. But can I snake this one? I might be able to. I think a lot of this stuff might be redundant. This might be a fast house, actually. Not that I'm not putting effort into it, but I think the main design takes up the bulk of this, and I think the movement is more interesting than a complex design. I like the fact that this is actually like a factory. We also had to do the outside. Let's not forget about that. It's kind of... I don't have an idea for the outside. He just wants, like, UFO. That's... Woo! Very exciting. Assembly line. Okay, there's no room here. So we have this server that feeds into this machine. What do we want to have on that assembly line? Are these gonna all be the same color robots, or are they gonna be different color robots? Do we alternate robot colors? I might have to alternate robot colors. That might be fun. I think we'll go, we'll start from... Yeah, we gotta get the different colors in there. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. Let's do that. So we'll alternate from the last one, so it's a little more different. That's the wrong button. And that will tie into the neon theming. There we go. See, it always comes together with improv. I mean, sometimes it crashes and burns horribly, but today, golly gosh darn heck is it coming together. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Where's Apollo? I need him to voice Kronk. Apollo Doko? Apollo Doko. Let's do some alternating, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So every 8th one. 4, 5, 6, 7. I should just add them and change the color as I go. It's really funny how it, like, blah, 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 blah. Good, Digga. You really sealed the deal on that sentence. Blah, 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 blah. It's funny how they don't snap to the conveyor belt. They kind of just like poof over the other part where it should just land naturally because it's a table, right? Weird. Very strange. Anyway, I'm really glad that I got all the different colors for everything from the Christmas stuff because this is paying off very well. Like I was gonna get all the robot colors anyway, let's be real. I gotta get all the robots. You give me a collectible toy in multiple colors, you bet I'm gonna get them all. You can bet your bottom dollar. That's the right color, right? Yes, okay. Now the bigger question is it smarter to have this snake around to the right one more time? Or is it cool to just have it going down? I think it should snake around. It should snake and go down, and then the pipes, or rather the heater, whatever this big, the tank, can go on the left side. So here's what I'm talking about. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you. I'll show you, chat. Check it out. Chat, watch this. Chat, you ready? Chat, check it out. Check it out, chat. I'll have it go right and then down. So there's another layer of go-ability. Gullibility? Go-ability. Yeah. And then we'll just copy and paste like the one from up here. These need to be different colors too, because it's a neon kind of place. I might have to interrupt the pattern here with something to be different. But I feel like the conveyor belt actually is doing its own thing already pretty well. Let's move this tank out of the way. Yeah, maybe just one? I need something that goes, yeah, here's how this is going. There we go. It goes right through the sofa. Biff is like, what the heck is going on here? I still can't see anything. I think what I can do is have this end down here. And then maybe I can get away with snaking it one more time. I don't know how you access the rest of this place. I assume you have to jump over the conveyor belt. But this could be the final delivery point. So it goes into like this vat, which doesn't make sense, but that's all I have right now. A vat and a heater. Whatever this configuration is supposed to be. Poor Biff got to leap into his own home. That's right, Biff has to live here. That's the part I forget when I design these. This is... Listen. You all saw what Biff said earlier. Biff specifically said he wanted a UFO place to help him get stronger. Well, what better place to get stronger, to build those muscles, than to jump over a conveyor belt of cyborgs? I gave you exactly what you wanted. You can't tell me otherwise. And I think for here, I think it might be better just to like alternate scientific-y looking stuff. Well, I just want to use the restroom. Oh man, this isn't what I signed up for. I didn't know this is gonna be what was happening to me. I didn't think this is gonna happen in my lifetime. Oh man, say hi, Redemption. Hi, John. Welcome to the Cyborg House. We're making that sounds like that's my channel theming. Instead of welcome to the Digga stream, welcome to the Cyborg House. I'm rebranded overnight. I'm now a cyborg. AMA. It's Jamba Juice, ho ho! Except they changed their name, so it's just Jamba. Jingle Isabel Redemption. Well, don't mind if I do. Woo! I'm surprised that people haven't been like flooding with these because I put it on a 2-minute cooldown. I probably shouldn't have said that. But you know what? It's free entertainment. It's 100 shovel strikes. In this world where so many things cost so much money, 100 shovel strikes is all you need. A lot of digging. So I am making a, what's the proper name for this? An Alien Cyborg Lab for Biff. Dragoplis, yes, Drago is here. You know it. It's always so nice to see everyone. I've seen like 3 of my friends go live in the corner of my eye in the last 20 minutes. Like, oh gosh. I'm gonna have a lot of people on the potential raid list. So yeah, my idea here, which is gonna be awkward when I have to replace the conveyor belt colors, is this is an Alien Cyborg Lab that starts off. You didn't go live. I mean, you're here. I mean, you're not rolling for Genshin right now. Didn't they have a new... They had that new Genshin dude they just announced, right? I saw someone posted in another Discord, then I saw it in our Discord, then I saw it everywhere. The idea here is there's a pancake. This part's irrelevant. There's gonna be something in the tank. Or not this tank, the other tank. That is part of this assortment of an assembly line that goes down and snakes around this house to create a cyborg-looking lab, which is gonna be neon-themed colored. I'm still working it out, but we're gonna have like these worker dudes making sure all the cyborgs are going where they need to go, and it's gonna be very cool. It's already pretty cool. What color was I on again? Blue, red, yellow, green. So I didn't really have an idea for this until I saw the conveyor belt. Thank you, John. Always appreciate seeing the dig-a-rip with the shades. It's always iconic. How do you beat that? How do you... What can you even say to that? No better way than to go out than with a little bit of a Horatio going like, what's a good... My brain is turning right now. Of all the times where I can't improv a Horatio joke, why now? Why? Looks like Digger dug too deep. Yeah! That was lazy, but I did my best during the situation. It's fine. I have to also make sure the conveyor belts are going the right way, because using the limited amount of Animal Crossing items, well, there's a lot of items. Using the limited amount of feasible items for interactivity, I'm trying to make it look as conveyor belty going into a bunch of strange machines as possible. And I think it's working pretty well. I just need to have like a, I need to solve the riddle of the Sphinx here. I need to figure out how I want this to end. I'm thinking maybe, not a dartboard. I'm thinking maybe what I should do is have like the, what I had on the other side was the tanks until I decided the conveyor belt should go around a little bit more. But the second tank kind of blocks it, so I might not do that. We have a lot to cover still. We have a lot to cover. We got to pick out, usually the first thing I do is pick out the wallpaper and the flooring, but I got so inspired by the conveyor belts that I've already made the room mostly. Let's take a break from the room and see what cool stuff we can work with, because I do have almost every wallpaper and flooring in the game. Pom-pom purring wall, perfect for a laboratory. What's a good, besides the generic, oh, a lab wall, oh, so exciting. What's a different thing I can do? There is the security monitors wall. I feel like that might fit the theming a bit. Server room's a bit bland. You know what it is. Prom wall. A funky neon prom wall. A funky neon prom wall. I kind of like it. It looks like a front for something. A front to nature. How do I make this look interesting? I have an idea. I could put an accent wall. But for what though? A chain link fence? What is this $5 operation? This is like Dr. Wily is recuperating from the latest Mega Man game and he has to like build robot masters out of toothpicks and breadcrumbs. Like, yeah, this is Chiropractor Man. He just has like a hammer. That's it. Chips. Chips. What's an interesting looking, not laboratory wall, laboratory wall? That could still be a laboratory wall, but isn't the laboratory wall that's the default, because that's not exciting. What can I work with here? I want to make this neon. I want to make this like spiffy. Oh, the honeycomb. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I could use the honeycomb walls. Me like honeycomb. And then floor-wise, we could probably use sci-fi's boring. Hello Kitty, however. Future tech is overdone. Maybe the galaxy flooring? I want to see how this looks in the dark with shading on it first. How do I capture this feeling that encompasses the laboratory? I could finally use the circuit board flooring for the first time ever. It's not awful. It's kind of awful. It's kind of garish, isn't it? It's not great. But I could improve it with rugs. Beautiful, beautiful rugs. Like, for example, the pathway for the conveyor belts could be on the coconut mat. No. I already used this for several things, but it might look good. The problem is if I commit to the rug, I have to replace everything if I mess up. But I use that for making the fake swim lanes in the pool request with... I forgot who requested it. I don't remember. It was literally months ago. I don't know. I'm gonna hydrate. Okay. What do I want to do here? I mean, I don't... I think if the lighting is weird, I can make the circuit flooring work. Should we experiment for a little bit? If I make this, like, funky purple, but make it dark. I don't... I mean, maybe? I gotta crank it up, though. It's not working, is it? I had this grandiose plan in my head, but it seems to not be applying to my current situation. We should also add in, like, the space sound thingy. It was one of these. One of these is very, like... Not construction. I use space already. Yeah, see, that's the other problem. That's what I used in the Lightspeed Recovery too, and I need to not use the same theming I've already done multiple times. I mean, I guess I can make it like a darker green. Why is this room so bright? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm a big dummy, chat. I'm a big silly Billy. I'm a gigantic goose and gander. Forgot to close the blinds. No windows, please. Thank you. That's more like it. Yeah. Why is there light coming into the place that has light coming into it? He's so silly. Look at you. Some kind of a streamer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's go. Look at this. You know, it works. I did it, chat. I figured out how to make, like, the circuit flooring and the honeycomb wall actually look good together. How did I do that? Also, I need to change this color here. Oh, hi, Jen. Some things that are very versatile. Don't be afraid to double up. That is true. That is true, Jen. Pro gamer. Ooh, this looks good. This looks good. I still don't have a replacement for the pancake, but the problem is there's so many things that are reused. I always want to use the newest stuff, but then inevitably you run out of stuff to use. Should I toss in another science pod? Oh yeah, yeah. I would appreciate that, Jen. I forgot to send you more requests again. Imagine me forgetting something. Who would do that? Me, of all people? I would never forget anything. No way. I think this tub has to go, though. This tub is not fitting the theming I was trying to go for. I think what I should do is redirect this downward. Or maybe just leave it here. Another list, yes. Add it to the lists of lists that I need to keep doing. This tank might have to go. These might have to go. Because I was thinking, actually, what I could do is I could have this in the bottom right, but that doesn't make sense because I want the samples coming from the back. But I feel like having another tank down here would be good, like room synergy. You know, having just like two giant containers in diagonals sounds very appealing. I know what I'll do. I'll take all this stuff. Apparently get rid of it. Okay, sure. And I'll just have this be a centerpiece. Yeah, there we go. Nice. It's not bad. Even with the dim lighting, even this ancient thing fits in, surprisingly enough. So I don't think I need the mats. I think it's good, which is good. It's great that I kept the green theming because now that goes with the green wall and the circuit board. And I don't have to replace every conveyor belt like I was planning to do. Can I change these? I can make these green actually too, right? That's a little too on the nose though. I think it's gonna have to be like white to be reflective of the pink, or it's gonna have to be just like boring silver. Well, it's not boring, maybe black. And then I can alternate the monitors, which I should have been doing anyway. So for example, this one will be an error. I'll face it that way. This one, I mean, you know, what's wrong with a couple errors in a cyborg factory, right? There's no intrinsic problems there, no siree. I kind of want the one on the top right to be, well, it's not super visible. Maybe this one can be the, thermography. I gotta change it to black again, though. System menu. Technically, what I should do is switch from the server. You can't even see this one anyway. I should, to keep this with the synergy, I should probably replace the server with just having a little belt right here, I think. Wrong color. X-ray, no. Maybe just a menu. That can be the menu one, and this can kind of be robot? What are you doing? There we go. We can flip it to be the back, so it's a different panel. Unfortunately, this machine can't be recolored, so I might just replace the EKG with... Where's my heater? Yeah, maybe I'll bring that back and have the effects rack somewhere. This can be for these dudes who need to use their tools for things. Oh, there's so many colors. We can make it pink. Yeah. Nice. Give it like a pop logo. Why not? You know, you gotta be eccentric when you're working on cybernetic lab stuff. Ooh, look at the flicker. Sticker, are you okay? Does anyone else see that? That sticker is flickering out of existence. Look at that. That's nuts. What's going on here? What kind of a cyborg alien lab is this? I do wish you could recolor the spacesuits, though. That'd be pretty nice. I might not even need to use this machine, actually. The slushy maker, the frozen drink machine. I might be cool with just like not needing it. Maybe? I don't know. It's all up in the air, but I want to at least have these effects racks be like different coloring, maybe. That one's a little, well, it's supposed to be neon, and these are different robots. I wonder, actually, ooh, good idea. Biff's like, dig it, please. When will I sleep? Where will I sleep? How will I sleep? You want the answer, Biff? You want the answer? I don't think you're gonna like it. Uh-oh. become robot. It's the roboticizer from Sad AM. Oh no. Test subject. Ah. Okay, before I get distracted, my idea actually, chat, it's brilliant. Okay, so these scientists are working on alien cyborgs, right? What better to work on alien cyborgs with than the gunpla kits, right? We have gunpla kits. And those can be the tools that they use. It's kind of good. I kind of like that. The problem is I have to find them. If I could find the gunpla kits. Okay, here we go. That wasn't too bad. So here's the dealio. They each have their own little robot they're working on, right? I think we can get rid of the girders. I don't need that anymore. And we could probably make this pink. What was the other color? Just I guess just red, right? Yeah, there we go. So each one of these, you know, individuals is working on a kit to make sure the robot cyborgs come out correctly. Maybe just toss some random things here. KK? What's KK doing here? KK? I guess the logo doesn't really matter, but, you know, again, if you're working in a place like this, you need to have, like, a little bit of identity. You gotta, you know, if you're working for, like, a 70s tokusatsu or, like a Tatsunoko production, bad guy villain lair full of generic grunts, you need to have your own identity. So, while others can't see it, you know that underneath you have a sticker that represents yourself. This person is probably left-handed. You must account for all sorts of people here at the alien test factory of doom. All right. So now we're gonna change the colors up. We'll have the blacks down out here. This one's kind of actually being covered, unpainted. Ooh, someone's not doing their job. Or maybe that's the end goal here. Okay. Maybe we can have, we can just have the brake tapper here be like a research tool machine that they use. And it can alternate. And then put the space heater somewhere, I guess? Oh yeah, Biff, hi. You need to move out of the way, please, thank you. All right. Obviously, the model kits are just gonna be the robots, but where do we put those? Do we even, like, include them? Do we have, like, a secret shelving down here? We might have to put a secret shelving down here. And maybe bring the snack machine to light. You know, when you're working in, like, an alien cyborg factory, what you want to do is have refreshments. Because if your workers perish, it's very hard to get alien robot cyborg makers these days. You know, they come and go as they please, and then when you're working for an evil villain, sometimes they just blast you, and then they're gone. Like, dude, you eradicated Dennis. Dennis was our PhD. He was the #1. He wrote the paper 10 years ago for this company. You just shot him because you couldn't beat the good guy? You couldn't beat McGonagall the Gone? And you just shot Dennis. Why did you do it? Why'd you vaporize Dennis? Pew! And then you're gone. You know, don't question the boss, man. Oh man, life as a henchman is rough. But there is a big red button you can press, though. And isn't that the most important thing in life? Anyway, I need to clear some space here. I need to find a home for the server. I think maybe I should just keep it. Oops. Maybe I should just keep it back here. But I feel like the bright lights are a little too much. I don't know. Maybe if I face it to the right. Yeah, okay, we're going somewhere. Because they're coming out of, have you ever seen, at some museums, they have those, like, infinite hallways? So there's, like, a light effect that happens, and you can kind of see infinitely down into, just a big hallway full of lights that keep cascading. It's like that. They're coming out of that portal. They're coming out of there, and they're going down, and they're snaking, much to the chagrin of Mario Kart fans. they're snaking up a storm through this factory, making it down to the exit here, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we could put the server there and have this be the exit. Does that look good? I think that kind of blocks the way, though. I don't know. I think what might work better is if we abandon this bottom part and have it end below at this. See what I'm getting at? Like, it goes from that portal, let me correct the positioning, to this portal. Yeah, so it snakes around the entire lab. Man, I can't wait to see the video for this one. It snakes around the entire lab, and then it goes out to production. There's just a table here of extra robots. I don't know what to do with that. I'll just get rid of it. Why not? We don't need it. Goodbye. Get out of here. We thank you for your service. And we can add another dude over here. We can add another dude and he can have another table. He can have another unpainted Gundam. No, please get off. Thank you. There we go. Then his can be, you can have the yellow one. Well, there's two blues. We need to have a different color. We need to have, green on gray. Yeah. And we should toss another brake tapper in here somewhere. I don't really know where, but I'm thinking we should probably get rid of this stuff because we don't need it anymore. Drink machine. A little sustenance, you know what I'm saying? Because we still have to do the wall stuff and the ceiling stuff, and then we have to do the outside, which I have no idea what I'm going to do for the outside. Alright, for the shelving, the problem is a lot of it is kind of not exciting in this situation. I think we could probably get away with not doing any shelving. Unless something sticks out at me. Maybe a ventilation fan or two, because... Okay, you know people will... There's people who work on custom crafts and Gundams, and they have all their different sprays and that stuff. If you don't do it in a well-ventilated area, you will perish. You have to be very careful with the lacquer and the different layering you use and the paint and the markers. It's not a good time if you're not properly ventilated. These are weird colors, but I guess I'll go with the pink one. I thought there was a different vent. Maybe not. I don't know about the lights. I don't think it really needs light. I think if it does get lights, it'll get them from the ceiling. Do you need a clock if you're just working 24/7 on Android robots? I don't know. You're probably gonna need to pay attention to the lighting bill, of course. Very important. Breaker, air conditioner, a bunch of flowers. We don't need flowers here. Toolboard kind of looks not great here. It kind of just looks really silly, but it might work. We could have the LED. The LED is always good. The LED lets you do custom patterns, which is fantastic because then you can do like, oh, skull, so edgy, whoo. Or you could place in a giraffe. Maybe the particles might look interesting. Oh no, this is gonna be disco. I think what we could do, well, not disco, it's neon color. We can go for the neon one. There's like this, that's too bright. That doesn't show very well. That's the problem with some of these. If they're not dark enough, they don't really visually appear. And I'm pretty sure I'm already using this somewhere else. But again, there's a lot of overlap with patterns and colors because there's only so many combinations that are interesting and cool looking. What do we want to do here? I kind of like the weird neon zebra. It's like a very strange static. You know what I mean? What kind of color do I want to go for here? I think if I just keep it white or like a lighter color, I think the pink hues will do the work. And we can put it on the walls to the side so it's not super in the way. It's kind of just like, if you need tools, they're there. And then the breaker can kind of be, you know, like up here somewhere. Little details you wouldn't notice. Should I keep this going around kind of like a, almost like a hypnospace outlaw kind of thing? Is that too much? That might be too much. But I kind of have this idea. Even though I did this in the Lightspeed Recovery Hospital already, to have the wall-mounted LED going around with a brighter color. So I use these panels. I use this panel along with these two zappy colors here already in Lightspeed Recovery. And what I want to do is have them be like neon but interesting, but kind of still staticky. I think the one I chose is good, the zebra pattern. But I'll double check and see if maybe, blobules. That's kind of, I mean, kind of looks, what does that look like? Red blood cells? Pretty flowers? Nickelodeon. This might be good. No, that's too groovy. We need more staticky. We need more, less groove, more static. I mean, the flowers, I guess, could work. Swirls. Maybe this could work, actually. Maybe? Let's hydrate. I think I'll just stick with my gut and go with the psychedelic zebra pattern type thingy. Because the rest of these might not lend themselves too well to the sort of darker groove. Very poppy. The darker groove I'm trying to go for. I'll stick with these. These will be the overarching static type electricity deal that is going through the Alien Cyborg factory. Maybe I'll move this further forward, actually. Yeah, just in case that guy needs to grab some tools or something. I kind of like this. I kind of like this a lot. I need to hide a little bit more. Oh, is it 2 hours? Really? Okay. We have a dormant jowls once again from Drago, keeping me healthy. Thank you. Little dig a groovin'. Have Biff stand and wait as you do a jig. You know what? That's totally fair. Let's get a good shot of Biff. Where do we put Biff in this cacophony? How do we, what's the best place for him? Just kind of like knee deep in it? Yeah. That's the minus button. Okay, you know what? That's fine. This isn't ominous. Hi, Biff. I'm gonna kind of move to the side here. Okay, well, I mean, I guess this is fine. He's playing with the robot. Oh, that's cute. All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a break. I will see you in a few minutes, everyone. Stay tuned. Enjoy the little robot, I guess. All right, I'm back. I like. First of all, let's bury dormant gels back in the ground until the next break. Kerplunk. Dramatic. I like that the whole time I've been gone, Biff has just been like da da da, just waving the whole freaking time. That's hilarious. It's always the most interesting times to take a break too. He's just been like da da da. Something just keeps repeating over and over. It's hilarious. Okay, where was I? I think we're almost done with this. What we're gonna do is have like a little secret area here with piles of robot boxes, I think. Maybe you have like a, yeah, just have them kind of sitting there. For the most part, I think all we really need is maybe like a ceiling thing, and then we'll have to take care of the outside. Ugh. Going outside, imagine. Yikes. Paper chain ceiling. Woo, you're having fun at the workplace. How about a range hood instead? There, perfect. For all you robots. This one's a fun color. We can make this one red. Though the problem is that gets in the way of everything else too. I feel like it doesn't really fit the vibe. I feel like it's a bit of a room taker. It's trying its best to get the attention of the streamer. It's like, hey, streamer, look at me. Hey, streamer, look at me. Hey, streamer, look at me. Look, hey, streamer, I just met you, and this is crazy. But pay attention to me only, please. Look, streamer, look. Streamer, look at me. Streamer, pay attention to me. Streamer, look. How long is this bit gonna go? Streamer, look, streamer. All right, I'm done. I think we're good. I think this is done. I don't know how I'm gonna explain it, but I need to take care of the outside. I'll leave it to my improv skills for later. That's what I'll do. That's the ticket. It's gonna be great. It'll be fantastic. Oh yeah, this is boring. Okay, so I think what I want to do is have the conveyor belt go out here into the aliens, like, place. So hear me out, chat. What we're gonna do, if I can get my conveyor belt, is have it go... Is that doesn't reach, does it? I think here's what I'll do. Okay. Can I fit the UFO here? Yes. So the UFO will go there, and then we'll have the inspection equipment in the same coloring, of course. The little beep boops go here. It's kind of misaligned, actually. Let me fix that. So it'll be going into multiple ships. Ooh, I like this, actually. Oh, this is a good idea. Okay. This is a little more exciting than the generic plan I had. This is turning out very well. This goes into multiple ships. Technically... let me align this really quick. Oh, hold on. I need to move this down too. Or up, rather. I was wondering why it didn't quite look well. Technically, I think I do need to have that portal here. Well, you know what I mean, like portal, like the server room. The server room, the server from the server room. Ah, yeah, the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison? Yes, that poison. All right. I don't think this goes any further back. It does go further back, but the ship does not, which is the problem. So what I'm going to do is move the house down a bit so we can have... Actually, could we get multiple conveyor belts? Oh, hold on. Brain blast, as they say on the old Jimmy Neutron. That's right. Check this out, chat. Look at this amazing plan. Thank you very much for getting in the way, Biff. I really needed you to block my amazing plan. Thank you. Okay, so to make up for there not being anything exciting out here, the real plan is to have this be the deployment of the ships. Yeah. But it's misaligned, though, is the problem. Shoot. I can fix this. I can fix all of this. Why is this not lined up? Oh, because, it just isn't, that's why. Let's ignore the middle parts and add in something different. What can I fit in there that is thematic to the original place? I mean, I guess I can just toss some tappers in. Very beepy. What goes on back here? Is there something spooky that goes on back here, or is it just another saucer? That's kind of boring. What's a good spooky thing I can put back here, chat? A bunch of dudes kind of doing their own thing. Dun 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 dun. You know I had to do it to him. Actually, I should have them like watching over. That's not gonna fit, is it? No. Quick chat, what are all the different robot colors? Name every single color you can. All of them. I'm going to start off by, can you pick up the robot, please? Thank you. Having these all be different colors from the start. So, like, that one will be yellow. This one will start with blue. I like the way it starts with orange here. Can you please stop going on to the wrong robot? Thank you. These don't even have to do anything. Gosh darn it. I need this to fit in. You know what? That's totally cool. That works too. Yeah, that's fine. They'll be slightly misaligned so that it looks like they're loading in. I think that's the plan. And I wanted to say that orange was before yellow. Yeah, so that's going to be... Well, I'm going to have to fix all these anyway. Yellow, green. Green goes into pink. Pink goes into black. Black goes into silver. And then silver goes into blue. Yes. And then we just copy all these to the top, which is a little monotonous, but, you know, it's gotta be done. What is it? Why does it bump it off like that? It's so weird. Anyway. The beeping noises are palpable. They're not stopping. Like, the beeping does not end. It doesn't quit. The sad part is the other ones never quite reach the orange, which is why the orange is the rarest of these. Because orange goes into yellow. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm gonna cheat. Orange goes into yellow here. Orange, yellow, green, pink, black, silver. So I want to do the ones that don't get seen twice? I think that's already covered though. How about this? We can start with the silver. No, that's over there. We can just start with, we can start with black. Because that's what the other one started with anyway. That's the default path. Okay, so we're gonna have silver, blue, orange, yellow, and green. There we go. Now, is there anything else we need to add here? We need to change the house as well. The house needs to be a little more, I don't know, darker colored with iron or something. Welcome. Yeah, good, cool. That's very exciting. Nondescript indeed. Can I just have a back area here if all the dudes? You going to bed? All right, take care, Drago. It's good to see you. Have a good one. Have a good one. Do your best. Look at all these dudes back here, pacing around. They don't know what to do. They're kind of lost. They're kind of freaking out. It's fine. I think we're done. It's bland, but it's not bland. It's interesting. It's visually interesting, but it's not like anything to write home about. Anyway, we're done with this. I think we're gonna call it at this being the final design, I think, unless there's anything I'm forgetting. Let's take a picture. Let's see here. Where's a good place for Biff to stand? Just like dumbfounded by the button. Maybe if I'm lucky enough, he'll press the button. Let's see if I can do this fast enough. That's the wrong button. I want to hide myself, which is left press. He's kind of just poking out there, isn't he? That's the problem. I can't get any closer really besides the middle, so I guess this will be the best shot I get. It's kind of cool though. I do like this shot. This is a good shot. I just need to angle it better. Yeah, look at this. Perfect. Now, we do need to talk to Biff to get out of here. That is the one problem. Alrighty. Photo taken. We have finished the cyborg alien place-a-majig. Let's do some improv skills. The power fortress is complete. Let's go. Good luck living here, Biff. All right. Improv skills activate. Let's sell this thing. Let's sell it to everyone. Welcome to Biff's Alien Cyborg Lab, a place full of machinations and creatures. You'll see there's a giant conveyor belt that snakes all the way through the laboratory as the organic matter is changed. You might notice there's a pancake there. That has nothing to do with the scientific experiments. Biff's just a little crazy and all. It's totally fine. But you'll see, these robots are out of control. They're being sent to UFOs as requested by Biff himself. All that glitters is gold, but what else glitters is the factory. My gosh. Terrifying. I love that I forgot to take the pancake out. I left the pancake in there and I didn't put something in the tube. Whatever, we're done. We are done for today. Let's get out of here. See you later, Biff. Don't worry about it. You don't need anything else. There's just pancake. Pancake matter, alien cyborg. There's lore there. There's definitely lore there. Ooh. 15,000 pokey. What's our progress like? Oh, now I believe Nico has an important announcement for us. Take it away. What's it gonna be? I'm pleased to announce that the venue is ready. Oh, for the party? I went all out and put up the decorations all over the place. I think folks will really enjoy them. Ooh. Be nice to have some music to make that event really pop. Oh yeah, Wardle has the KK connection. Ooh. Leave it to me. Oh, Wardle, you're so good. We're getting that much closer to finally finishing Paradise planning. Shouldn't be long until we get permission to work on the next facility. I'm counting on you. There's still so much to do. So much to do. We're done for today. We'll do our usual quick trip to Harv's Island and then call it and find someone to raid. And by that, I mean, I know there's multiple people that I want to raid, but it's going to be hard to choose. The dilemma is palpable. Let's get a move on. We're going to go to Harv's Island really quick. Mostly just to check for new shoes and backpacks and stuff like that. No biggie. I will hydrate though. Alrighty. Let's do a quick little run through and see what's on Harv's Island today. Let's check out Kicks. Looks like Red already has some stuff that I have already. Ballet slippers. Is that a new color? I can't tell. I think these are all duplicates, but I will get the zebra print backpack because that's pretty crazy. That's pretty nuts. All right, cool. Let's go. My chum. Red's got dupes. I think those are fakes anyway. See what Sahara has. I always forget the carpets and all the floorings and rugs I have. The bone entrance mat? Green? Okay. I'll buy that. Sure. Yeah, I'll take it. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that orange? Do I have the digging wall here? The dig site wall? Do I have that? I know I have the flooring. Whatever. I gotta buy it. Come on, let's be real. I gotta buy it. I have to, at all costs. And I think the one on the right is also new. This is very exciting. Let's take a look and see here. Magic circle flooring. It kind of looks like there's a shovel in there. You know, I'll get it anyway. I don't remember if I have it, but why not just buy things you don't know you have and hope that you don't have it already? That's not fiscally sound advice. Don't take that. Don't listen to me. It is pretty cool that the dig site wall and the flooring are both here at once. Just to make sure, I'll check. Why not? I'll give it the old check-a-rooney here. Dig site flooring, dig site wall. Heck yeah. I really didn't have the wall this whole time, seriously? Anyway, let's get the Katrina reading. Cool. While this is going on, I'm gonna check and see who we're gonna raid tonight. There's so many people. So many people. It's fine. I'll just ignore my problems and focus on the game. Having to choose between like 10 friends. The streamer's life. What's our reading like tonight? Oh, hey, we invited them to the cafe earlier. Oh. But that's a good thing, though, because I want to get the items that you get from having your bad fortune cleared. You can get every single Zodiac animal bobblehead. They're tossing the rotation as of like the last update or whenever it was. I don't know. I probably already said that. I probably say it every stream, but I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta repeat the same information so that people who weren't here get it and they understand what's happening. It's important. Okie dokie. Let's get that reading cleared. I guess I'll hydrate again while I'm at it. Da-da-da-dun. Nice. So hopefully I don't get another crystal ball. I've gotten so many of those. I could probably make an entire room out of them. You think you wouldn't get duplicates, but, you know, sometimes that's just how life is. All right, cool, we're done. Let's head home. Let's get, we've had a good day today. I got a really cool house done. Technically, it's still kind of bugging me that I didn't fill that other vat, or the tube, but it doesn't matter. It's done. It looks great. It looks fantastic. Today was a good day. Let's go home and chill. Let's find someone to raid. I'm gonna have to choose eventually, otherwise I'm just gonna be floundering around looking at all my friends until they all stop streaming. I did forget to plant the, over here though. Hold on a second. Also, the money tree was apparently hiding by the lilies this whole time, I guess. Sure. Let's just go ahead and bury that. Streamer brain? Streamer? Hello? Streamer, where's flower? Streamer, did you not pick up flower? I planted it already. Okay, whatever. One day we'll be able to find out how to cure streamer brain, but it is impossible. I put it where the money flower. Money flower? I really need to stop for tonight. Whatever. Don't you worry, chat. I'm okay. Everything's fine. Let's go home. Let's raid someone. Forgot to press the shovel button. Yeah. Dun-dun. Cool. Let me check and see who we are going to raid tonight. Who could it be? I was planning to raid Cece, but Cece like streamed earlier and already ended. It's like, well, I mean, I guess there's gonna be plenty of other people. Let me take a look and see who we have today. We have quite a lot of people. Let's see here. We, of course, have Genevieve. She is playing... I'm not sure what that game is. I'll have to double check. Sonari is still playing Mario Kart. She's been playing Mario Kart, or they've been playing Mario Kart for a very long time. Oh, yeah, tonight... tonight is... Don't worry about Frida. Tonight, Tria is back streaming. Actually, I think maybe I'll raid Tria then. Because also there's Boomba and Cube as usual. Thunderbird Prime is also playing Yakuza. I remember that. Let's see what Tria's doing. With a stream title, What Am I Even Doing? Very apropos. I know the feeling. All right, let me check really quick. See where she is right now. Let's see here. All right. Is she ending? No, I think she just started. Well, an hour in. Okay, anyway. What is today's raid message gonna be? Let's just make it simple. We'll do welcome back Tria with the Dig It Taker. So if you have my emotes, you can copy that. If not, you can use whatever emotes you want. We are gonna raid Tria Winter Garden, a good friend of mine. She's great. She's back streaming tonight. Let's get that started. I can't even see because my raid preview is so full of people. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you had a good time. I hit the unraid button by mistake. Don't worry about it. Let's make sure I hit the raid button properly. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Or maybe, I want to play ARMS. That's it. That's the ender. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.